Part 1. The Spark. How the Rivalry Was Born. Every great rivalry starts with one thing: pride. The story of Ferrari versus Lamborghini isn't just about cars. It's about two men, two egos, and one moment that lit the fuse. Let's rewind to post-war. Italy. Enzo Ferrari had already built a legacy. Ferrari wasn't just a car brand, it was a symbol. Red, racing, raw passion. The badge with the prancing horse was feared on tracks and worshipped on the streets. Ferrari was elite, hand-built, high performance, and for most people, untouchable. Then came a man named Ferruccio Lamborghini. He wasn't from the racetrack. He wasn't from the aristocracy. He built tractors. Yes, tractors. But don't be fooled. Ferruccio was a brilliant engineer and a sharp businessman. By the late 1950s, he was one of the wealthiest industrialists in Italy, and he loved cars. Naturally, he drove a Ferrari. Several, in fact, but he wasn't happy. The clutches kept failing. The engines were too noisy for road use. The interiors? Uncomfortable. He saw flaws, and he had ideas. So he did what any bold man would do. He went straight to Enzo Ferrari. He offered feedback, suggested improvements. He thought he was helping, but Enzo didn't take it that way. He looked at Ferruccio and said, "Let me build cars. You stick to tractors." A moment of silence, and then, war. Ferruccio didn't shout. He didn't argue. He walked away, and immediately began building his own sports car. In 1963, Automobili Lamborghini was born. The logo? A raging bull. Strong, bold, unapologetic. Where Ferrari was sleek and refined, Lamborghini would be aggressive and loud. Where Ferrari catered to racers and purists, Lamborghini would focus on grand touring, speed with style. Within a year, he unveiled the Lamborghini 350 GT. It was fast, smooth, and elegant, but that was just the beginning. In 1966, Lamborghini dropped a bombshell. The Miura. It looked like a spaceship. Mid-engine layout, wide, low body, curves that made jaws drop. It was unlike anything Ferrari, or anyone, had seen. The Miura changed the game. It didn't just rival Ferrari. It made them look old. Ferrari was furious, but it was too late. The bull was loose, and the rivalry had begun. This wasn't about sales. This was about respect, about vision, about who gets to define what a supercar should be. Ferrari had racing heritage. Lamborghini had fresh blood and a point to prove. Together, they pushed each other further, faster, fiercer. And decades later, we're still watching the sparks fly. Because what started as a grudge became one of the greatest rivalries in automotive history. Part 2. Design, Power, and Philosophy. When you see a Ferrari, you stop and stare. When you see a Lamborghini, your jaw drops. But why? Because these aren't just cars. They're sculptures in motion. Icons that tell you exactly who built them and what they believe. Let's start with Ferrari. Ferrari design is all about elegance with aggression. Every line serves a purpose. Every curve channels airflow. The silhouette is low, poised, and always ready to strike, like a predator, waiting to pounce. From the 250 GTO to the Le Ferrari, there's a consistent DNA. Race first, beauty second, but never at the cost of either. The Ferrari logo, the prancing horse, doesn't roar. It dances. The sound of a Ferrari engine, it's not just loud, it's opera. High-pitched, rising, screaming at 9,000 RPM, like a V12 symphony in Maranello. Driving a Ferrari means becoming part of a legacy, a line that leads straight to Formula One. Precision, control, drama. It wants you focused, tuned in. It doesn't forgive mistakes, and it doesn't like being tamed. Now, Lamborghini. It doesn't whisper. It shouts. Lamborghini is designed without compromise. It doesn't care what's practical. It cares what's provocative. Sharp lines. Hexagonal patterns. Scissor doors. From the Countach to the Aventador, every Lambo looks like it just escaped a sci-fi movie. You don't just drive a Lamborghini, you make an entrance. The logo? A raging bull, powerful, confrontational, proud, and the sound, deep, thunderous, brutal. The exhaust doesn't sing, it roars, growls, shakes windows. It's chaos on wheels. In the best possible way. Lamborghinis are wider, lower, louder. They're not made to blend in, they're made to own the spotlight. Inside, it's the same story. Ferrari cabins are driver-focused. Buttons close, steering wheel dense with options. It feels like a cockpit, built for speed. Lamborghini interiors? They're like a luxury fighter jet. Flip-up ignition switches, hexagonal AC vents, neon accents. It's less about function, more about theater. So what does this tell us? It tells us that Ferrari is precision and Lamborghini is presence. Ferrari is for those who chase apexes. Lamborghini is for those who chase attention. One says, feel the road. The other says, feel the moment. But here's the twist. Both brands are evolving. Ferrari is adding hybrid tech, smoother ride modes, and softer touches. The SF90 Stradale is part electric, but still razor sharp. Lamborghini is also changing. The Revuelto is a plug-in hybrid. 12. They're keeping the drama, but going cleaner, smarter, faster, because even rage must evolve. Even elegance must adapt. So, which one speaks to you? Do you crave the surgical precision of a Ferrari or the raw emotion of a Lamborghini? Do you want to dance on the limit or dominate it? At the end of the day, it's not about which is better. It's about which feels right for your soul. Part 3, Icons, Culture, and the Future. Some cars are machines, others become legends. And when it comes to legends, Ferrari and Lamborghini don't play small. They create dreams on wheels, posters on bedroom walls, wallpaper material for generations. Let's talk icons. Ferrari has a bloodline that reads like a racing hall of fame. The 250 GTO, now worth over $70 million and still called the most beautiful car ever made. The F40, Enzo Ferrari's last personally approved car, raw, unfiltered, and angry. The Enzo, the LaFerrari, the SF90, each one pushing the limits of technology and soul. But Ferrari's true icon isn't just a car, it's the color, Rosso Corsa. That deep Italian red, for it doesn't just shine, it races in place. When you see it, you don't just think speed, you think heritage. You think of Schumacher, Leclerc, Monza, you think of the tifosi. Because Ferrari isn't just a brand, it's a religion for millions. Now flip the script. Because Lamborghini doesn't worship history, it breaks it. The Miura invented the modern supercar layout. The Countach redefined what a car could look like. The Diablo, the Murcielago, the Aventador, they didn't follow trends. They created shockwaves. And now, the Revuelto, a V12 plug-in hybrid with spaceship looks and 1,000 horsepower. Still mad, still loud, still unapologetically Lamborghini's icon, isn't a model. It's an attitude. It's standing out in a world that plays it safe. Culturally, both brands have left massive tire marks. Ferrari lives in racing. Formula One is its playground, its legacy, its battle arena. Even if it loses, it remains the team. Everyone watches because it built the sport. Lamborghini lives in the streets, in music videos, in nightclubs, in Hollywood blockbusters. When a character drives a Ferrari, he's refined. When he drives a Lambo, he's wild. From Tony Stark to Batman rap stars to billionaires, the Lamborghini says, I'm not just rich, I'm dangerous. One brand sips espresso, the other breathes fire. And what about the future? Both are heading electric, slowly, carefully, reluctantly. Ferrari's first full EV is on the way. Lamborghini will electrify its full range by 2030. But the question is, can a car be silent and still be emotional? Can a Ferrari tingle your spine without a V12 scream? Can a Lamborghini shock the streets without the thunder? Both brands say yes, but differently. Ferrari will preserve the spirit through finesse, design, and racing soul. Lamborghini will preserve the madness, just with battery packs instead of fuel tanks. The sound may change, But the feeling? That's eternal. So here we are. Two brands. Two paths. One passion. Ferrari is heritage, harmony, heat. Lamborghini is rage, rebellion, rawness. You don't just choose a car. You choose a philosophy. You choose who you are when the engine starts. And in this rivalry, there are no losers, only legends. Because in the end, it's not just about horsepower or handling. It's about how a machine can make your heart race. How metal in motion can become poetry. And how one drive, just one, can change how you feel forever.